All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to Apostle Elders in New York, GMS. Salutations to Yakran World Teaching the Truth. And shalom to you, Sirius Aquaf. My name is Maya Kaala Bungad with Chicago branch of Great Millstone. I'd like to make a disclaimer that we are not black Hebrew Israelites. Black is a color, not a nationality. The Israelites are the so-called Negros, Latinos, Native Americans, speckled birds, scattered abroad. Speckled birds are Israelites, so look like other nations, but their father's paternal bloodline go back to the 12 tribes of Israel. We are not affiliated with any violent group. We are not affiliated with any militant groups. We are not affiliated with any Islamic groups. We are not affiliated with disturbed individuals who claim to be black Hebrew Israelites. And right here you have Ancient Watchman. All right, and I'm about to cut what they're about to say. All right, let you hear it. All right.
Why we keep saying that a lot of these Africans are nothing more than converts is because we can actually prove it. Going all the way back to the 1400s, going back to the 1800s, 1600s, 1700s here in the Americas. You know, even their names, again, their Hebrew names were given by their masters, their Jewish masters. You know, a lot of this, Portuguese that were Jews that came on the side of the world, you know. So we don't just say things just to say it, bro. We have proof. Once again, a lot of these One West Americans, GMS, ISUPK, IUIC, and all these so-called camps that are speaking the truth, bro, they're nothing more than converts. They converted to
All right, let me deal with this. What do you got? 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4, because you got long hair. All right. And for your and FYI, for your information, I'm from the Northern Kingdom of Gadite. All right. But anyway, it says this guy got long hair. It said 1 Corinthians chapter 11, 14. It says, doth not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him? This guy got long hair, man. All right, we got another tribe. Crib hypocrite, man. But anyway, he's incorrect about that because a lot of those Portuguese Jews, Sephardi Jews that came over here to America that built plantation in the Caribbean, those were our people, man. Those were our people. And they enslaved their own brethren from West Africa and over and the Northern Kingdom brethren, the indigenous people of America, of the Americas. They enslaved them, man. And then later on Esau betrayed them and enslaved them along with their Southern Kingdom brother, their Northern Kingdom brother. All right. Then what else? That's part of prophecy, man. That Jacob be what it says. You go to Deuteronomy 28 and 54 says, so that the man that is tender among you, very depth, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and toward the wife his bosom, and toward the realm his children, which he shall leave. Right? You know, so the Morano Jews, and Moriscos, man, those were our people, man. When people, I mean, so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. These were no Edomites that came over here. All right. And we was the same people, which I'm going to prove later on, all right? Okay. Well, those weren't no converts, anything, man. Our people didn't convert. All right, our people from West Africa, man, they've been doing no customs before. Before they came in contact with their own brethren from Spain and Portugal, then before they came in contact with the Amalek, the head tribe of the nation of Edom were people called Jewish, or today Israeli. All right. Now I'm gonna give you the scripture now. The Sephardic Jews was like. All right, let me get this right here. All right. the ones that came over here.
On that a little bit later as well. And that's
This is from Genesis 49ers, History of Sephardic Negro Jews, right? So I'm going to let this play.
also from Maurice Fishburg, and we can see Suriname, South America. To this day, they still have those brothers practicing what we call Judaism nowadays, but that comes from the Ashkenazi influence. Before then, they was practicing Israelite customs, right? So let's keep going. Now, the color of the Sephardic Jews, we just read that they came to Jamaica and they bred with the Negros, quote unquote Negro. That's what they call the slaves. Now, we read about Suriname, how the Portuguese and Spanish Sephardic Jews came over and interbred with the quote unquote Negroes, which what they're referring to as slaves. Now, what color were these? Because a lot of people are probably watching this and you're thinking in your mind, oh, these Sephardic Jews had to be white men. Not the case. I put this in my video I done prior to this, and I put it in here because it was conducive to the topic. So let's get it in. It says, toward the latter end of the 18th century, one finds this same changeability of the Jews expressed in the updated nuances and geographic context. The Reverend Samuel Stanhope Smith wrote that the Jews are fair in Britain and Germany, brown in France and Turkey, swarthy meaning dark. To be swart means to be black. Okay, that's what it means. It means to be black. Swarthy in Portugal and Spain. So that's what we was dealing with. The Portuguese and Spanish Sephardic Jews of descent came over here and brought their seed and made families, okay, and posterity in these lands of Jamaica and Suriname. It says olive in Syria and in Chaldea, tawny meaning brown, or copper color, because when you think of tawny, you think of tan. Are copper colored like the Native Americans, and in Arabia and in Egypt, which is brown. A lot of us are tawny. A lot of people going around calling themselves Negro. You're tawny, okay? You got a brown skin, boxwood complexion, okay? So that's the color of the Jews, okay? The white ones were mainly because they had migrated to Britain and Germany. Those are those Khazarians that you see in our land today, claiming to be the real Jews, or really they're converts of the 8th century, all right, from the kingdom of Khazaria. But let's read on. Perhaps the best indication that the valences involved in such distinctions also convey metaphysical import is the title of mid-17th century English translation of conversionary tract aimed at Jews by the formerly Jewish Samuel of Morocco, the blessed Jew of Morocco, or a black Moor made white, being a demonstration of the true messiahs of the law and prophets by Rabbi Samuel. So this guy was clearly a black person. He was entitled Black Moor, but he was a Jew of Morocco. Christian thought, especially among Iberians, often equated Jews and blacks in a moral manner, so they put Jews and blacks together. 15th century Portuguese poet Alvaro.
Black Moor. He called him a black, basically call him a Moor, man. All right, we proved that the Moors are Israelites, man. All right, Moors was when just Israelites practice Islam, some kept their laws, statute, commandments, and when witnesses seen like certain individuals like this, they call what a black Moor. Why? Because he was dark skinned, okay, dark brown.
De Brito, Pestana, and explicated the term Morano and the following lines, punning on the general negative meaning of Negro. Okay, let's keep it moving. So we see that they were a dark-skinned people. The Portuguese and Spanish Sephardic stock were dark, swarthy people. These are black people. And I know the questions in your head, well, black people, because when you read about these people, they had slaves and they had servants. Oh, they had servants? Well, we're going to get into that later and answer those questions that you may have. All right, we're going into Cape Verde.
So there you go, man. All right, now let's go to prove these people they had customs. All right, now where is that? All right. Matter of fact, let me go to the U-way people. All right. Now this is encyclopedia.com. Okay. All right. right, so the UA, all right, location Ghana, Togo, Benin. All right, it says the UA are people primary in 3 countries of West Africa, namely Ghana, Togo, and Benin. They are concentrated in southeastern Ghana, east of Volta River, and southern Togo, and the southwestern portion of Benin. All right. Let's go right here. It said, although the UA people are said to originate present-day Togo, and Terrorists thought their original group UA migrated from Nigeria to the present area sometime in the 13th century. Okay. Yeah, it said in the 18th century, as Europeans, this is the Edomites, began to explore West Africa, UA came in contact with this new group and instituted a new type of trade, slavery. The UA homeland was strategically located for Atlantic slave trade. The Dutch, the English, and the Danes all traded slaves from this region, making a center for Atlantic slave trade. Some UA groups were the middlemen in capturing other unfortunate ethnic groups, including some of their own, to be sold in slavery to the Europeans who transported them to the New World in North America. Right, again, this is Deuteronomy 28:54. All right, see, man, you had all types of jakes, man. They had their hand and enslaved their own brethren, man. You know, hey, Joseph was sold by his brother, man, to some Ishmaelites. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So right, it says, then you had Jay. They had it says scripture where they bug out these guys into Kemet, you know, into Egypt. They like to use slaves obey your masters, but that's talking about among Israelites. All right, you ain't got laws about slavery and Old Testament among Israelites, man. All right, so it's nothing new, man. But this type of slavery, man, in this instance, man, it was evil, man, because they sell their own brothers, man. All right, beating their own brothers up and selling them, man. All right, and in some cases mistreating them. You know, you don't supposed to do that. All right, but anyway, let me get right here. Let me go down here. All right. Just something I want to show you all. All right. It said today many of their stories told in folklore recite the impact of Atlantic slave trade aside the frequent raid for slaves by European slave traders, Edomite slave traders, who will simply navigate ships easy to the shores of ocean for their human cargoes. All right, so hey, that's you go to. Matter of fact, you go right here. What it said, Leviticus. They not that. All right, Leviticus 26. All right, I'm gonna scroll down here. What it says, it says right here, Leviticus 26:14. But if you will not hearken unto me and will not do all the commandments, and if ye shall despise my statute, if your soul abhor my judgments, so that you will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant, I will also do this to you. I will appoint over you terror, consumption, and a burning ague that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow the heart, and ye shall sow your seed in vain. For your enemies shall eat it. All right. I will set my face against you. You shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over that Esau, Amos 1:11, and you shall flee when none pursueth. And if you will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins. I will break pride of your power. I will make your heaven as iron, your earth as brass. All right, talking about the blessings and also talking about the crops, right, in Israel. All right, but all these curses happen to Israel all over again wherever they go. All right, Now you go right now. Watch this. What is that? I will scatter you among the heathen, will draw a sword after you. Your land shall be dust, your cities waste. All right. Now right here. Hold on. And ye shall perish among the heathen, Leviticus 26:30. And ye shall perish among the heathen, the land of your enemy shall eat you up. And they that are left of you shall pine away the iniquity of their enemy lands, and also your iniquities, your father shall they pine away with them. All right. In your enemy lands. All right. So you're gonna be scattered, man. That's what happened. All right, to the UA. All right. Cause when they was going off, man, they doing certain like customs, but they was going off, which what you about to see. All right, just hold on. Religion says in their traditional religion, the UA believe in existence of a supreme being called Mawu, who created everything in the world associated with the sky. Mawu is remote from daily affairs of man, leaving that to lesser deities. All right, so. But you know, they call the Most High Yahweh of Masad. They call the Most High Mawu. All right, but it's correctly Yahweh. All right, leaving then less deities. All right, so they, you know, it says they practice Ava divination, Libo cult, which include deities so they do with seven protect out just, but they going off on that. The other deities will come outside you will land. So it's or voodoo and Zito amulets. More upon you would denote, see the world for law, order, harmony, see the deity. I'm CS, the maker and keeper of human soul. See, it's also considered by destiny, right? So they going off and doing that. All right. It says right here for example aspect of fun and your religion embedded in Christian cults in Haiti, Brazil, Cuba, Jamaica, where voodoo and the cult Shango are practiced. Right? And we all know voodoo on just the left hand side of what the Levitical priesthood do. All right, the sprinkle of blood and all that stuff. All right, it's just on they doing it on the left hand side. They're not doing the right hand side and worshiping Yahweh. All right, but then there's something interesting. You go right here. It says right here, it said boys are circumcised and named on the seventh day after birth. All right. While infant girls are named in Western society by having their ears pierced on the seventh day after birth. This right here, the boys are circumcised and named on the seventh day after birth. Where they get that from? All right, let's get go right here, Genesis 17 and 9. It says right here, it says what? It says what? It says, and Yahweh said unto Abraham, thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore thou and thy seed after these generations. This is my covenant which ye shall keep between me and you and thy seed after thee. Every man among you shall be circumcised, and ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin. It shall be a token of covenant betwixt me and you. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you. Every man in your generation, he that is born in a house or bought with money a stranger, which is not of thy seed, right? But this is where they get this from, man. All right, this is what they get to. He that is born in thy house, he that is bought with thy money, must needs be circumcised. My covenant shall be in your flesh for everlasting covenant. All right. So that's where they got it from, man. All right, because they are the Israelites. Okay. That's where they get it from, man. Why would they wait seven days to search 7 or 8 days? In this case, they said the 7th day after their birth. This is close, man. All right, why would they do that? Because they are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. All right, then you got people talking about they talk, but you had Jake all through scriptures, man. They into witchcraft, man. All right, why do you think they just brought over here? They weren't brought over here for nothing. I just read you in Leviticus 26. Why Jacob was brought over here? Why they broke the law, statute, commandments, man. All right, and you can see it right here. It's right here, Second Chronicles 33:6, talking about Hezekiah's son. It says right here, and he calls his children to pass through the fire in the valley, son of Hinnom. Also, he observed Tan used enchantments and used witchcraft and dealt with a familiar spirit, and with wisdom he wrought much evil in the sight of Yahweh to provoke it to anger. Right? So there you go, man. Jay got a history doing witchcraft, man. All right. You go to where is that? And just want to show you where is that? What they say they burn the books. Let me get that. Burn the books. Jake burning books during Paul time. All right. Oh man. I'm trying to think. It's in there somewhere. All right. I'll hurry up and find it. Let's see. Yep, here you go right here, Acts 19. All right. It said many of them also used curious arts, brought them their books together and burned them before all men. They counted the price of them, found it 50,000 pieces of silver. Right. All right. So these some jakes that Paul was dealing with. All right. It says, I'm gonna read it right here. It says Acts 19:5. It says, and the evil spirit answered said, Yahweh shall know, Paul I know, but who are ye? And the man whom the evil spirit was leaped unto them overcame and prevailed against them, so they fled out of the house naked and wounded. And this was known to all the Jews and Greeks. And the Greeks, those were Israelites, all right, living as Greeks. All right, just like today you got the Israelites here in America, they call what? Americans, African American, Mexican American, Puerto Rican American, Haitian American, all right. But anyway, it says this was known to all Jews and Greeks, also dwelling in Ephesus, and a fear fell on them, and the name of Yahweh was magnified, and many that believed came, confessed, and shewed their deeds, and many of them also used curious arts, brought their books together and burned them before all men. They counted the price of them, found it 50,000 pieces of silver. Right? So Jake dealing with witchcraft, all the foreign gods, nothing new, man. This is what happened, man. You go to Deuteronomy 31 and 31 and 19, okay. What did Moses say? Now therefore write ye this song for you, teach the children of Israel, put in their mouths that the song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel. It said, for when I shall have brought them to the land which I swear unto their fathers, that floweth with milk and honey, they shall have eaten and filled themselves, waxing fat. Then will they turn unto other gods and serve them and provoke me and break my covenant. And it shall come to pass with many evils, troubles shall befall them, that this song shall testify against them as a witness, for it shall not be forgotten out of the mouth they'll see, for I know their machination which they go about, even now before I have brought them to the land which I swear. All right. All right. So, hey. Okay. For you, so on the UH, right? So we go to the Ashante, man. The Ashante people. All right. You go right here. You look at this. All right. You see what? Why is the Ashante kingdom joining, wearing the ephod of his caprice? All right. Why is this? Why is they wearing an ephod similar to the Levite priests? Right? Because they are the Israelites. All right. And now in Ghana, Ashante, you had Hamites among our people. All right. But the ones that came over here, and you got a lot of people that's left behind. All right. All right. Those are Hebrew Israelites. Those are Israelites from the southern kingdom. All right. Benjamin, um, Benjamin, Levi, and Judah. All right. Now you go to Jamaica, you have Ashanti village. They stay by themselves, they stay to themselves. Now those are Levites. Yeah, yeah. People, oh man, don't you say Jamaicans are Benjamin? Yeah, but the majority of people in Jamaica are Benjamin, man. But those people that in the those are Levites, man. All right, and the rest of them are Benjamites. All right. And then you go to Haiti. Everybody know the whole island of Haiti. Those slaves that came to Haiti, those were Levites, man. All right. You know, but go right here. Go to where is it? Now I'm gonna show you something. It says Shantae culture. I'm gonna go down here. Customs. Shantae are a matrilineal society where the line is traced through the female. His story, his mother punctuated the term his land inherited the property. It is also true that Shantae inherited property from the paternal side of the family. All right. Now you people tell me, what were they? No, you got some. Now they going off doing this. All right, because according to the law, you're supposed to inherit your property to your father. You supposed in Israel's patriarchal society, man. All right. The same thing that some of the Gadite tribes did over here, man. They went matrilineal. They supposed to be patrilineal. All right. So I'm just gonna click. Where is it? Yeah, 24. All right. Let me see. Was it something else? All right. When you look at the laws, come on. The legal law and legal system they had. All right. You get right here. Wow. It says right here. It said Shante or Sante were a tribal society, Gold Coast or West Africa, right? Wikipedia, if you want to find some Wikipedia, just click on the links, the little numbers, and it'll pop up what I'm doing right now. All right. And this is from the book Ashanti Laws. Is where is that? Laws and Constitution. Is by all right, this old book right here by Rattray Cap RS, Oxford Clarendon Press in 1929. All right, it says right here, a rare book on any count is remarkable in such fine condition. This intriguing, unusual, involved exhaustive study of the Ashanti legal custom advocates that successful European rule the African tribes, specifically Ashanti. So we all know Ashanti, not Africans. All right, the ones that came over, those were Israelites. All right, guess what the book costs? $550. Some days it costs like $1,000, man. All right, because that book is out of print. All right, so it says right here, Ashanti Coast may have some people who built a large military state surrounded by small city township at the height of civilization. The sun number 200,000. The Ashanti dwelt mostly in the surrounding forest and led a life of century. Gardner, it said the forests were often seen as a place of refuge for the Ashanti as they had previously been driven to the forest by Muslim nomads. All right, so I don't know, these were Arabs or these were the Moors. All right, but I don't know. All right, but anyway, it said Ashanti. Just we have to read that. All right, but if I go down here, it's something. It says right here. I read about the matrilineal. It says Ashanti family political structure is distinctly marked by the maternal lineage and importance on the motherhood. All right, but they going off doing that. All right. It said the mother responsible for direct transferring blood to her offspring, while the father responsible for transfer the spirit through his semen to the child. All right, you are the seed of your father. Numbers chapter 1, verse 18, man. All right. What is it? Romans 8:16. We spirit bad wisdom, you're the children of Israel, man. All right. Okay. Why you think these females go crazy, man? The ones that be all these different types of men, 500, 600, 500 men, man. Right? Because they got different spirits on them, man, through those semen. All right. Driving them nuts. All right. So even though the Shante go maternal, but here right here said the Shante believed their blood was the basis of descent. Land. We'll go with slot. I'll read right here. It's to also while the father is responsible for transfer the spirit through his semen to the child. All right. That's why our brothers, when people walk up, they look like other nations. We talk to them, we observe their spirit, and we bear, we say, hey, this guy's an Israelite. We reading his spirit, man, because the person, even though he look like another nation, he is the seed of an Israelite man for many generations ago. All right. Now I'll have to read some of this. Let me see. Some of their laws, and some of these laws they go off with, but that's why Jacob will follow Yahweh laws. All right, where is that? It's a law I want to show you. Where is that? Damn. Hold on. Where is that law? All right, it says in Ashanti culture, a certain type of sexual offense is being directly married venture by legal authority and punishment. The four main categories of sexual offenses are Malgieti, incest, Ati, Benfe, sexual intercourse between certain individuals other than those related by blood, and Bara Twi, sexual intercourse with an unclean woman. Does all right? It said, indeed, over years, sexual intercourse with another man's wife under certain circumstances. Each the offense we examine in turn. All right. It said a crime, or more literally translate, eating one's own blood. All right. It said for the Shante incest defined as sexual intercourse not only between two persons, same blood, but also those the same clan. Even there was no traceable direct. That's it. All right. All right. So it said incest by virtue of punishment was worse offense. Those found to have willfully committed incest were sentenced to death. However, those who had accidentally committed incest were punished merely by a nominal fine and sacrifice of some sort of to the gods. All right. All right, you won't supposed to worship God, supposed to worship the Most High. But anyway, it said the crime of incest so heinous to the Shante that if offenders were to be punished, it was believed that the hunters would have ceased to kill the animals in the forest, the crops would have refused to bear fruit, the children would have ceased to be born. The sinful spirit of answer would have been infuriated. A Bosa clan would have ceased to exist. All this with chaos in the world, right? All right. So tell them they violate one of these laws, everything go wrong for them, man. All right, just like Deuteronomy 28. All right. It said a crime atwa benefe, literally having such intercourse with vagina near the dwelling house is unknown or legal system. It could argue that our culture frowns on such activity, but does impose punishment for the interactions as Ashante did. Ashante law specifies that sexual relations between a man and certain women are forbidden, even though not related by blood. The punishment for the offense was also death, although it did not carry the same stigma to a clan as incest. Sexual relations between a man and any of the following women was forbidden: a half sister by one father but by a different clan mother, a father's brother daughter, a woman of the same father, a brother's wife, a son's wife, a wife's mother, an uncle's wife. You can see right, a wife of any of the same company, a wife of any man, the same guild or trade, a wife of one owned slave, a father of other wife from a different clan, a wife of one else. So see, they going off on that, all right? Now, I mean, people talking about, well, hey, Jake has doing sodomy, man, being wicked, doing sodomy.